What if one question could turn a stranger into someone who truly opens up?
I feel motivated because of you.
I met two people I never seen before, just to ask a deep question.
What is the meaning of life?
I thought it will be a short exchange.
So easy with your phone to run away.
It became one of the most honest and meaningful talks I will never forget.
Sometimes I get how are you? I really want to answer. But do you really want to know?
If everybody, every day, took at least 5 minutes to do something nice for somebody else, somebody that you don't know.
Hi, gentlemen. I'm sorry to interrupt your talk. I brought you a secret question from a stranger in Bali. I'm making this video. I was in Bali. I went to strangers and asked them to give me a question for me to ask people in Bangkok. Yeah, thank you, man. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew, nice to meet you. Yours? Maxim, nice to meet you guys. My name is Matt. I feel like you're very open, so I'm gonna go with the hard one.
Please, up front.
What is the meaning of life?
I think in 2025, it's to find a mission that money is no object. You would want to dedicate your life to find a partner that you can have a family with and have kids, because we need kids to keep the whole human experiment going. And I would say lastly, that you need spirituality. You need to believe in something more than just materialism, nihilism. You need something spiritual. It doesn't have to be religion. It could be a sense of connectedness with humans, just like what brought you into this circle. Something that points to being kind to other people and believing in more than just yourself.
I love it.
Definitely is to find a mission, find a cause, spiritual or otherwise, but just something that gets you up every day and just proceed to the best of your ability with your morals intact.
What would you like to say to a stranger that is watching this video?
Be patient, it will come, don't panic, take your time. It's not overnight. The passion may come in and out, but just, again, follow your way.
What would you like to say to a stranger?
I wonder what it would be like if everybody on every day took at least 5 minutes to do something nice for somebody else, somebody that you don't know. It could be a smile, it could be a conversation, It could be buying somebody a coffee. And I've been running this experiment for a little while.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I feel much better. I feel connected. I feel like I'm out of my head. I'm just with another human being sharing a moment. So to somebody that I don't know, find somebody that you don't know and do something nice.
That's really nice. Bring it on.
What's the one thing that you don't think we're talking about that we should be talking about?
I think we should be more open to how we feel. There's nothing wrong about the way we feel about things, never. Because they're trying to tell something to us. And the way we start ignoring those things, it is the point where we get lost. Because we think oh, I shouldn't feel this way. There's something wrong with me, I guess. I'll just act like nothing is happening. Since we all do this, we feel oh, this is the way we should be doing. Instead of just asking randomly, how are you? We should really mean it and answer it sometimes.
It's almost like the language of emotion. Pay attention to it. Don't repress it, because I think you're right. Repressing that stuff leads to a form of self-hatred where you're not okay with yourself. And then you shut down doors right downstream of that. I love that.
Absolutely, because sometimes I get how are you? I feel like saying, do you really want to know? Because I really want to answer.
Yes.
But do you really want to know?
Yes. Yeah. What level should I take this with? And I struggle with the same thing because I'm deep in thought sometimes and I'm I could tell you a lot of things that may not be appropriate.
Okay, let's take this to another level. Just share how you exactly feel in this moment and I'll share mine.
I feel joy at the prospect of a new friendship, not to make it weird, Maxine.
No worries, man. Nice to meet you too.
But I feel like when you find somebody that doesn't agree with you on everything, but looks at the world and says, I see that too, emotionally, that makes me not want to repress a lot of feelings that we talked about, right? Man, I just feel open.
Yep. Grateful is the way I feel. The series of decisions I made, explicit or otherwise, just from what I said earlier, if you have something in your heart and just follow it. The series of decisions that I made, decisive or otherwise, that led me to this point, just keep working out despite the ups and downs, and that, considering all the things that could be happening in the world, I'm sat on a bench with a lovely view doing an interview with someone I've just met on a Saturday afternoon. How many people are doing that?
Right.
So small things, but make you grateful.
I guess it's my turn. If I have to be honest, just having this conversation with you guys give me so much desire to do more, because I feel okay, I'm not making all this up on my mind. There are people seeking for connection. There are people who wants to say hi to a stranger and really have a deep conversation. It's giving me a sense of purpose. Also, a part of me just feels a bit heartbroken. I don't deny it. I know that it's there. I'm giving the attention needed, sometimes sitting with it, fully feeling it. I was journaling this morning and I was like, okay, I'm feeling this way. And I didn't rush to come here and start asking questions because I needed to give attention to those feelings and fully feel and understand where they're coming from. I gave like decent amount of time for the attention needed, and I decided I needed to come here and finish filming this video.
I feel like you can't do anything with an emotion unless you accept it. And a lot of times we're not trying to repress something, but we're trying to run away from those emotions. And I'm super guilty of that.
Yeah.
Because I think as you get older, you kind of rack up these experiences. And I think if you're not slowing down like what you're doing right now and saying, okay, let me accept where I'm at, putting that into not necessarily a compartment, but like being okay with it. I can speak as I'm assuming a little bit older than you, having not done that, been a little bit later to the game with journaling and emotional intelligence. Like it's super important to do what you just did or how you're doing it. So I respect it.
I appreciate it. I think it all starts with awareness, but it's not a main thing that drives you. It's like once you're aware, you need to sit with it and you gotta understand, okay, what can I do with it? Because also awareness can lead to escapism as well. It can lead to like, oh, I'm feeling this way. Well, how can I get rid of this feeling as soon as possible? You know, like go do some shots. Get lost in the party scene. Let me eat junk food, like watch a movie or something, but like I'm learning and I'm willing to share.
I don't see that strength very often. And maybe it's who I'm around or now you're motivating me, man.
Wait.
Okay. I feel motivated because of you. Because I think what you're saying, especially in Bangkok, there's so many avenues and it's so easy with your phone to like run away. But now I'm motivated, you know, later today to like really just sit with myself, take this moment and like use it as a catalyst to develop a habit around this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to like impose a certain way of doing it, but just see what I've been running away with unconsciously, right? Or consciously. Because it racks up, man. Like if you do it a lot, then you're like 10 problems deep and you don't know where to start, right? And you just got to peel the layers back. So thank you, man.
I appreciate it, brother. It's like you have a like trash bin full of bags of trash, and instead of like taking them out, you just like press on it and you feel like the smell is gonna go away, you know?
And then it just comes out like, on a random Monday to something totally unrelated. Just like
tiniest thing, you lose your shit.
And it's not about that.
Yeah, it's not even about
this
that.
trash that you have piled up, but you don't have any space to breathe, right? And it's just suffocating. I don't know, maybe I'm outing myself, but I can relate to that. Yeah, it's courage of a different form that you're showing me.
I love this conversation, guys. Wow. I like this quote from Forrest Gump. It's like, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. So like coming, saying hi to these strangers, having a lovely conversation just gives me more and more hope. I get a lot of no's, but it's not stopping me, you know?
But when you get the yes.
Yes.
Sorry, Maxie.
No, exactly. When you get the yes.
That rides over 1,000 no's.
At the end, if I'm getting something like this, I don't mind the no's.
One thought.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you might have a following. I don't want to reduce you to what I've seen out there in social media, but if you were in search of a good tagline for swag, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah, sure.
Just based on what we just talked about. I feel like chasing serendipity would be an awesome shirt to have. Chasing serendipity, right? I just put myself in a situation where the chances of me bumping into an awesome guy go higher. Probably need to spend more time out in nature. So chasing serendipity is like a way of saying, hey, let me be open, find the venues where I could find other like-minded people, even though I know I'm gonna hit some no's along the way. Let me think about my life and architect it in that way where more people say yes.
I'm not promoting it because I'm not at that point, but if I do, I really like to put that on one of the t-shirts that I'm gonna gift it to you.
Please.
I'll take your contact and...
You can make it anonymous.
Yeah.
As long as you like receive it and it works for you and it's on brand.
I'll take your contact.
Sure.
And maybe once I get there, I'll gift you one. Okay. And you wear and send a picture to me, huh?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys.